Welcome everyone to another edition of the Cultures for Health podcast, where we discuss all things related to fermentation. We believe that the best fermented foods and beverages are DIY, and we are here to supply you with the tools you need to get started, guidance through the process, and to help you achieve your fermentation goals. I am Wendy, your host for today, and in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing 11 of my top favorite kefir recipes for this summer. How many of you are aware that water and milk kefir are not just for drinking? In fact, many of your favorite foods can be made into probiotic powerhouses simply by adding or substituting in milk or water kefir. At Cultures for Health, we provide pages and pages of kefir recipes on our website. Just scroll over to Learn from our home screen and you'll find tabs to all our recipes, including the ones I'm about to share with you now, and so much more. So be sure to visit us after this podcast ends at culturesforhealth.com. Before we get started, this is for any newbies that might be tuning in and first need a quick lesson in water and milk kefir. Water kefir is a fermented probiotic beverage made with water kefir grains. Water kefir grains can be used to culture sugar water, juice, or coconut water. Milk kefir is a fermented dairy product made from any type of milk: goat, cow, coconut, rice, soy, sheep, similar in many ways to yogurt and buttermilk. It is also a probiotic beverage made with either milk kefir grains or a powdered kefir starter culture. Both are high in nutrients and probiotics and beneficial for digestion and gut health, improves immunity, among many other benefits. For more information, we provide a water kefir and milk kefir facts page on our website that you can check out. So without further ado, here are my top 11 favorite kefir recipes that are sure to be a hit with you or your family and friends this summer. Let's begin with some of my personal favorite water kefir recipes. Number 1, probiotic bubble tea. I still remember the very first time I tried bubble tea. It was during one summer while visiting family in LA. My brother-in-law made sure to bring me to the best bubble tea spot in Chinatown so that my first experience would be an extra special one. And it definitely was, since I haven't forgotten it to this day. Bubble tea is a sweet, delicious summer drink, but the version you find in tea shops can be loaded with sugar and other unhealthy additions. When you make it yourself, you can control the sugar and flavor, and with the addition of water kefir, you can make it probiotic. This tea is typically served with a special thick straw, but you can eat the tapioca pearls with a spoon as well. This recipe makes 2 servings, so you may want to multiply the recipe if you want to make more servings. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the ingredients, but for the actual recipe, you need to head to our website. All right, so the ingredients to make probiotic bubble tea: you're going to need 2 cups of cold water kefir, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or other sweetener, a half cup dairy or non-dairy milk or cream, half cup mango, pomegranate, or other juice, and 1 cup black tapioca pearls. These can be found online or at an Asian grocery store. Number 2, Pina Colada water kefir ice pops. Grab the girls for a healthy Pina Colada water kefir ice pop by the pool. By combining the flavors of pineapple and coconut, you can enjoy the delightful experience of a pina colada. Use pineapple-flavored water kefir that has been carbonated to perfection, and you get a sweet, tasty, and probiotic-rich punch. Ingredients: you're going to need 1.5 cups of water kefir, 1.5 cups of coconut milk, 2 cups pineapple puree, a 1/4 cup raw honey, and a pinch of salt. That's it. Number 3, blended berry water kefir gelatin dessert. Growing up, my dad made us Jell-O every summer, and it was a perfect treat on a hot summer day. Making gelatin desserts with water kefir and berries isn't much of a stretch when you're making fizzy bottles of berry-infused water kefir already. Simply blend berries with a bit of water kefir, combine with even more water kefir and gelatin, and chill until cold, gelled, and delicious. Make it as sweet as you like with just the right amount of honey. To make this gelatin dessert, you're going to need 3 cups of water kefir, plus any more as needed, 1 cup tightly packed fresh berries, 3 tablespoons of raw honey, fresh berries, and 5 tablespoons of gelatin powder. Number 4, water kefir fermented tomato ketchup. It's summertime and ketchup is on everything from fries to hot dogs to burgers. And if you're like me, maybe even on your broccoli. This fermented tomato ketchup can be made from home-cooked tomato paste. And if you have tomatoes in your garden, even better. Simply cook down your homegrown tomatoes until they form a paste, cool, and add the rest of the ingredients. Fresh, fermented, and delicious. To make this, you're going to need 1 3/4 cups of tomato paste, a 1/4 cup of raw honey, 1 1/2 teaspoons of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, a 1/4 cup of water kefir, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne, and an 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. Moving on to number 5, raspberry kefir granita. Make this fun frozen dessert and enjoy the berry flavors along with all the probiotics from the water kefir. All you're gonna need to make this is 2 cups of water kefir, 1+ tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and 3 cups of fresh raspberries. Remember, head to our website to find out exactly how to make this. All right, number 6, and my final favorite summer water kefir recipe, quick Thai peanut sauce. While this may not scream summer, I love Thai peanut sauce any time of the year. Pour this flavorful sauce over vegetables, rice, or meat, or use as a dipping sauce for spring rolls. The ingredients: 1 1/2 cups of creamy peanut butter, 1/2 cup of coconut milk, 3 tablespoons of water, 3 tablespoons of lime-flavored water kefir, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce or coconut aminos, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon Tabasco, 1 tablespoon fresh ginger root minced, and 3 fresh garlic cloves minced. All right, everyone, now we are moving on to my favorite picks for milk kefir. Number 1, cultured dairy dill dip. I have a family dill dip recipe that's been at every family function ever since I can remember. This creamy dip calls for lots of fresh dill for a wonderful summery flavor, making a delightful dip for vegetables fresh from the garden. You're gonna need 2 cups of cultured dairy, of course in this case, milk kefir, 3 tablespoons minced dill, 1 garlic clove minced finely, juice from half a lemon, sea salt to taste, and a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Number 2, deviled eggs made with cultured cream. Deviled eggs have been a part of all the potlucks and holiday gatherings most of us can remember. Personally, I can never get enough of them. They are rich, satisfying, and with the right ingredients, completely delicious and nutrient dense. To make these, you're gonna need 1 dozen eggs, hard-boiled and peeled, 1/2 to 1 cup of sour cream, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice, 2 teaspoons prepared mustard, 1 teaspoon sea salt, and paprika for garnish. Number 3, peanut butter chocolate chip kefir ice cream. Making ice cream is one of the most popular ways to use extra kefir. I picked this recipe since I happen to love anything peanut butter and chocolate. Peanut butter has a well-known affinity for chocolate. Peanut butter also has an affinity for tangy cultured milk. The tang cuts through the richness of the nut butter, and the vanilla is just the thing to pull it all together. To make this, you're gonna need 2 cups of milk kefir, and if you wanna make it ultra creamy, replace 1 cup with kefir cheese. 1 cup of cream, 1 cup of peanut butter, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/2 cup honey or maple syrup, and 1 1/2 cups of chocolate chips. Enjoy. Number 4, sourdough honey-sweetened blueberry spelt muffins. It's blueberry picking time here in Ohio, and my family and I just picked 7 pounds worth recently. Just sweet enough and studded with blueberries, these sourdough spelt muffins are delicious. Spread them with butter, warm out of the oven for a breakfast treat, or pack them away in school lunches for a wholesome snack. What you're gonna need to make this are 2 cups of spelt flour, 1/2 cup of sourdough starter, 1 cup of kefir, 1/2 cup of honey, 3/4 teaspoons of salt, 2 large eggs beaten, a 1/4 cup of melted butter, coconut oil, or lard, 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 cups of fresh blueberries. All right, are you ready for my final favorite milk kefir recipe for this summer? It's fresh and frozen any fruit kefir smoothie. Who doesn't love a good summer smoothie? Smoothies are a great way to combine cultured dairy kefir with just about any nutritious food. Using a combination of fresh and frozen fruit creates a thick, ice-cold texture without watering the smoothie down with ice. Use the basic smoothie formula and then move on to the many delicious combinations found below. What you're gonna need is 1 cup of milk kefir, ½ cup fresh fruit, ½ cup frozen fruit, sweetener as desired. If you would like to add anything in, consider powdered herbs or seaweeds, chia or flax seeds, flax or cod liver oil. Well, that's it, everyone. That is my top 11 favorite kefir recipes for this summer. And with that, I want to thank you for joining us for another episode of the Cultures for Health podcast. I hope that I encouraged you to try out a new kefir recipe or two this summer. If so, consider sharing your masterpieces with us by tagging us in your photos on Instagram or Facebook. We always love seeing what you're working on. And remember, for these recipes and many more, be sure to visit our website at culturesforhealth.com. There you will find milk and water kefir grains, starter kits, and equipment for purchase, as well as all the recipes, articles, and quick tips to get you started on your fermentation journey. Once again, I'm Wendy. Thanks so much for listening to this podcast today, and we hope to see you next time.